What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about the state of the sports card market. A lot of people have been messaging me on all my socials, so thank you for reaching out. And yeah, with NRL done and dusted now, I'm over the heartbreaking loss, the grand final loss. It's been a long while. I think it was 4 last time Para won the grand final, but let's move on to next year. But right now we're back in the card content, so let's get into it. Sports cards, the state of the sports card market address. It's a collector's market at the moment. We've seen a lot of negativity. I've been watching a lot of stuff in the background, guys, and let me just say there's a lot of negativity in the hobby. We're seeing marked like product in breaks. We're seeing breakers hiding cards. We're seeing a lot of cards that were selling for millions and people were buying and not even selling for half of that now. It's crazy. But I'm going to tell you who I'm buying. You'll see my journey as I get a lot of my PC cards. I've got cards everywhere. It's a bit of a mess behind me, but got new cases. Got a new case. Got some more storage. Getting done. I've got the label maker up here. I'm getting it all ready, all nice and neat. I've labeled the racking behind me, and it's gonna have each sport. So getting there. But back to the topic at hand. We're seeing a lot of negativity. As I said, the money is moving out of the hobby into crypto, into I said it before, guys. I've been saying this for the last 2 years since the hype started, that we just need to be patient. Collectors will always win. Remember that. Collectors will always win. Collect what you love. I can't be more. Everyone's asking me for tips. I buy every player. You got to understand, I run an eBay store, have been for 12, 15 years now, almost. Yeah, about I keep saying 12 years, but it's almost like 14 because 2 years ago I was saying 12 years. So about 14 years running an eBay store on sports cards. So I buy everyone. I PC the players I like, teams I like, players that swap teams. I go for Lakers. I'll buy LeBron's. I'll buy Anthony Davis wearing the jersey, the Lakers jersey. I don't buy LeBron cards for my PC. I'll buy LeBron rookies to sell on eBay to other customers to get fair deals. So prices are down. Prices are at their all-time low, guys. You got to understand. We're seeing cards that were selling for 120. Let me just. I'll put one in perspective for you. Luca, the whole second year. If you haven't seen my video about why I hate second year, the quote second year, how it's just made up during a pump and dump by influencers, go check out the video. And I'd done it like 3 years ago or 2 years ago when the hype was on about this second year bullshit. And what happened? What happened to the second year cards, guys? This second year. Luca was selling for $50 to $100. Luca Prism, and now it's selling for $2 to $5. Like, come on, guys! If you followed the wrong people back then, but it's a collector's market, so buy the players you like, right? That's all I can say. To me, I'm selling a lot of base cards, guys. You would not like 60% of my sales on my eBay are just $1 base cards. That's it. Like, people still collecting sets. Collectors will still buy the base cards. It's it's crazy to think that $50 to $100 cards are now worth $2 to $5. Like, you can look it up, guys. Look at the previous sales. The LeBron, Kobe, whatever they want to call it, the Kobe tribute dunk was selling for almost $50 to $100. Now it's only selling for $5. Like, people have lost so much money. I'm seeing people. I get emails constantly on. I get DMs on Insta. I get emails through my cards hobby emails. I get messages on eBay about me wanting to buy cards off people. You got to understand, so many people trying to offload cards at the moment. It's not funny, but the true collectors stayed strong and are back into it. So we're seeing content creators. Now, this is what I want to get at, right? I'm just going to fix my shirt for a bit because this is what I want to talk about. Content creators that changed their name during the hype to have cards in their name, or influencers that call themselves cards and had thing. They're changing. They're just being themselves. There's people that came into the hobby just to get views. They're jumping onto other forms of collectibles. They're jumping out, like, we're seeing it every day on social media. Guys that were smashing Instagram, was smashing TikTok, smashing YouTube. Where are they now? There's some still around making great content, guys. But then, where are the rest? They've shifted because they know. They've moved on to the next trend. So that's caused a bit of a stir too, because there's not many people putting out content about cards. So if you're in Australia, the best thing you can do for cards right now is just NRL. At the moment, it's all the money's going towards NRL. It's crazy here. I think I got a box for $240 the other day. Hit 2 cards. One sold for 400. One sold for 150. So that's $550 off of 240. So with NRL too, you get every pack pretty much has an insert in it. So every pack has an insert. So every second pack maybe. So there's a lot of inserts that sell for $2 to $5. So you pretty much break even or make profit on nearly every box if you do it right. So with the cards I'm buying a lot of NRL at the moment, because here in Australia that's going crazy. Join the Facebook groups, but all the negativity, we're seeing posts from card porn and Lameme James and all those guys that are still in the hobby, promoting and helping other people understand what's going on. There's the Luca one-on-one, National Treasures or whatever it is, rookie sold for 4.4 mil. Deal done between two friends is now only sitting on about 2 mil on PWC auctions. That goes to show that the money is gone in the hobby. It's still 2 mil. It's not bad, but maybe it's the guy that sold it for 4 mil buying it back, because Luke is killing it at the moment, but his card prices aren't showing it. Like, I've still got the Luca BGS 10 in my collection that was selling during the hype period at $8,000, only sells for about $1,500 now. And Luca's is averaging 30 something points a game. So it just goes to show, guys, like, you can't base what's going on now to what happened in 2020 with COVID and that. Everything's opened up now. The sports market there's less trade days. The shows are still going. Here in Australia, I think we've got one coming up again. I think 2 weeks' time here in Penrith. Maybe there's another one. But yeah, I'm trying to get some more little deals in the background going. So yeah, as who I'm buying everybody. Everyone keeps asking who I'm buying. I buy everybody, every release, every card, every sport, because I own an eBay store. So I'm buying everybody. So the moment my sales they're consistent still, because I buy the right cards. I buy for collectors. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I've been trying to explain for the last 2 years. when it comes to the sports card market, guys, you got to not listen to all the noise. It's just distractions of what your goal is. And I've said it before. I've met Gary Vee in person. I got laughed, and I bring it up and I'll do a video on it. I got laughed out of his seminar when I got interviewed about what my business was, and I said I plan on having a big sports card business here in Australia. Got laughed that little pieces of cardboard would never be worth anything. And then Gary Vee, 3 years later, talked about cards, and all of a sudden everyone went crazy. And I screenshotted messages from 2 years prior to some of the guys saying about sports cards, and they laughed at me. But then they started collecting cards. Now they're out the hobby because their king, that they were following, moved out the hobby. He's still in it, but he's not pushing it because he knows what he's doing. He's like me. He knows what he's doing behind the scenes. He can mention something and it will go through the roof. But he's not doing that now because he knows he had so much backlash. And I was one of those guys. But I was listening. I knew where he was going because I stopped following him because I didn't want to be distracted. I already knew where I was going. And that's what a lot of this whole thing's gone. And everyone's calling it a crash. Everyone's thing. And people are like, the hobby's alive again on TikTok because they saw someone open a pack of cards or have a card at a... People are still on TikTok. They're still trying to hype something that's not there anymore, guys. Everyone's smarter now. Everyone's just buying what they love. All the collectors that came back into the hobby realize now it's not about... I heard a good saying from an interview with Nat Turner, the owner of PSA and Collectors Universe. He said he buys probably the most PSA 2s and 1s and 6s, and because to him as a collector, same with me, I buy 6s, I buy 5s. If I can't get it in a 9 or a 10 and I see it in a 6, I'll buy it because I want it slabbed. But you got to understand something. To us collectors, it's not about the money. It's not about the grade. It's about the card itself. And that really hit home with me because that's a perfect example. We've seen all these guys that used to crack cases from PSA to BGS and Vyden. That's their own opinion. I don't mind. I'm starting to be less of a judgmental when it comes to people cracking to put it in a folder with the rest of their collection, which doesn't worry me. I was a bit negative about people cracking cases, but that's the greedy people that were just trying to get better grades so they can sell the card for 10 times the year, or cracking it to sell raw because the raw card was selling more than a PSA 9. So beyond that, the card market is still strong, guys. Like, if you're buying the right cards, you've got to look at players. Don't look at players that, to me, I don't look at players that are scoring 20 to 30 points a game. I look at the players that are scoring at least 15 to 20 a game, but they're also getting 8 rebounds and 9 assists and all-round players. Too many people focus on LeBron, Kobe, MJ, and all that. These guys are already hit their card market peak. LeBron will probably get a bump once he retires, or if something miracle, like if he gets traded and then Bronny plays like father and son duo, then you'll have father and son cards come out and all stuff like that. But you've got to be looking at players that, like, I'm a massive Kelly Oubre Jr. fan. I've got a lot of his cards. He's he's playing really well. I think he's averaging 50 to 20 points a game, but he's also getting assists, rebounds. You want the whole package. You don't want these players that you. To me, sports bettors as well know cards. Everyone used to bag Vegas Dave's out, but he knew spreads. He knew. You look at points, rebounds, and assists for a player. You look at if they're paying a certain amount. Now, this isn't betting advice. Gamble responsibly, but you've got to pick the players that are all round. Like me, I go for. If you look at my TikTok videos, I've got cards. I've got Kelly Oubre Jr. I've got Valanciunas, even though he only scored like 4 points or 10 points or something today, but he's still got rebound and assists. You look at the players, it's like real estate as well, guys. If LeBron's playing good, AD's up there. His card prices will go up. If Steph's playing good, then Clay goes up as well because he's piggybacking off Steph. Although when he gets technicaled out the game, anyway. But you've got to look at the new guys like Giddy, Australian. He's killing it over there. He might not be the flashiest player, he might not, but he's averaging, doing a good average every game. That's where you've got to be at with the sports card market. You've got to not worry about what all these influencers are doing. Logan Paul's opening a packet of Pokemon. I've got to go buy 15 boxes of Pokemon because I'm going to hit $1 million worth of cards. No, you can't have that mindset. And that's why I named it, my logo says collector's mindset, because collector's mindsets will always win, no matter what the market is. I was buying Luka when he was $6. He went up to 500. Now he's down to about 150. I was buying him at 6 when no one knew who he was. No one believed in him back then. I had a box, like that was full of Prism one year, and then Giannis blew up. So I went and got that out, and I had a Giannis rookie. Sent it away to BGS. I sold it to a Giannis collector for $120 for cheering. Now that card's $5,000, but it doesn't worry me because it's sitting with a collector who still owns it. He hasn't sold it. He hasn't got greedy. He hasn't gone, oh, shit, I've got to offload this while the hype's there. No, it's the mindset that, wow, I got this card for $120. Lucky I didn't need it then. You've got to look at, when it comes to the state of the sports card market, now's probably your best time to get in. No hype really in there. All the money's left. There's a lot of negativity with the mark. As I said at the start, backyard breaks, hitting random stuff, and then news reports saying it's mathematically incapable, and they've tampered boxes, and what is it, Panini mapping products to sell more products. To me, I think Panini need to, until Fanatics take over, I think Panini need to start lowering the prices of all their products, make it more affordable for everyone. We're seeing it now, guys. Here, I can go down the shop, go to the card store now around the corner, and I can get a blaster box of Prism for $85 or $80. Back then, it was $300 for a blaster box of Prism. Now it's $85. Like, we're seeing it with new releases, which is good, but they need to realize that the old releases too need to come down. They need to be more affordable, not this. People hold and wax. Get out the hobby. There's a lot of people out there that will probably hate me for that comment, but I've done a whole video on it. But yeah, like there's just a lot of positive things with the hobby at the moment, and the state of the card market is booming. So if you buy the right, it depends on what you want to do with it. If you're a long-term hold, just buy everyone. Just when there's a new release, buy one of every rookie in every color and just put it away. Then when they have a good game, you've got to sell at the right time as well, guys. Don't get caught holding the bag like everybody did with certain other players. Kobe White, Bol, all these players that I can go and get a Kobe White. This is what trips me out. Here in Australia, it cost us about 35 US, so about 50 Australian dollars to get a card graded with PSA. I can buy a Kobe White base rookie card for $9 or something on eBay. PSA 9. Like, that's crazy considering the fact base raw at one point was selling for 25 of Kobe White. So that shows you where the state of the market is right now. So you can, everyone says the junk slab era is here. I 100% agree. All those people that brought 15, 20 rookie cut base rookies and thing, and then it took them ages to come back, and then the market, they're caught holding the bag. Don't be one of those. Just quick flips to build for what you want. That's my biggest advice I can give, is to buy what you like. If your aim is, like you can see behind me, the glass. I've got to learn this camera. New camera. Sorry guys, new setup. The glass cabinets behind me, I'm putting in a third one, and for my cards, to get out of this case I've got up here. One day I will have a Michael Jordan rookie card in that case, just not right now. But I'm building towards that. So you've got to keep flipping stuff like this, just random base cards or like inserts, NRL inserts or whatever, to get your end goal. So everyone's like, oh, they're only base cards, they're only inserts. Yeah, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. That's like, see, dollars. $2 each. There's still like $40. Selling them $2 each. So people still buy $2 cards. So if I'm you, if I'm anyone out there that wants to really get into it, now's the time. Collectors use popping champagne bottles right now, which I know because I've been doing it. But everyone else, all I can say is I'm going to do more videos on this, guys. I'm rambling a bit. I will get better. I'm going to release literally a video every second day now. We're going to do card of the week. We're going to do everything. So I'll show you my processes. I'll show you everything. So leave comments, subscribe. But yeah, my advice to any collector out there or anybody in the sports card market is buy everybody. Like Kevin Durant rookie cards, $20 each. Again, they were $100 a couple weeks ago. They're $20 because no one's buying them. Kevin Durant collectors were buying them when he was drafted. So no one's buying them now. Collectors aren't buying them now. Investors are pretty much just selling to other investors at this point. And then you've got all these new kids coming in that love the sport, that love the hobby. The only thing is, there's not enough education in collecting. Everyone's all about investing and all about making a dollar and making money and making business, and they're not promoting the fun in the hobby. The fun, what drew us to the hobby, opening packets and getting mail days, and like they don't care about that anymore. I'm watching these videos of young kids at card shows, and they're like, "Oh no, I can't go any lower than 300." But they're not even willing to deal at that young age. So my advice to anybody: the sports card market recap, negative stuff have come in the hobby with marked packs, mapped boxes. For those that don't know what map means, it's when Panini send to breakers. People will say it doesn't happen, but if they don't know what's in those boxes, why does every box have a serial number? Think about that, guys. And the fact that somebody watching a break that works for Panini, that packed the pack, told the breaker exactly what card was coming next as he was breaking live. So that shows they know what's in each box, what's in each pack. So they send the loaded boxes to all the big breakers to get the hype going for their product. So people don't say, mate, I used to do it. I used to send my stuff to influencers when I ran drop shipping stores and paid them to post it and get sales from it. So if they're hyping cards, then you know what I mean? So it's a collector's market. For my advice, collector's market recap. Influencers left the hobby. Good. Brought prices down a little bit. Map product, marked packets, breakers saying, "Oh, I didn't mark these packets." Well, someone did. Prices back to what they were 2018, 2019. Collector's market. Buy players you love. Don't bring in that second year crap again, because the second year cards are now, the first year rookie cards are actually cheaper than the second year cards on some of the players. So think about that. Don't fall for the hype. Don't get caught up in it. Content creators that used to have cards at the end of their names have dropped the cards, and they're just themselves now, and they're promoting other stuff like comics and video games and Lego, if you want a tip, because I done a video a couple months back about Lego, how a set that you could buy for $250 sold for $1,200. So talk about X times your money. But yeah, all these content creators have switched their content. Everyone's happy. Certain bad people that came into the hobby are no longer in the hobby. Everyone knows who they are. A lot of people have been exposed. A lot of people have been outed. We've had a lot of dramas surrounding PSA and BGS and all these new people coming into the hobby, and new businesses and new grading. There's like 1,000 grading companies now, guys. And if you're one of those grading companies and want to sponsor my videos, by all means. But One-on-One MC is today's sponsor, so I'll drop a link in the bio if you want your own custom sports card made of you or your kids or anything. Go check him out. But let's just get back in. Let's just leave it at that. I'm rambling. No structure. I just winged it tonight because you wanted it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Comment. Any other videos you want me to do, happy to do it. As I said, I'm going to be pumping out a lot of content on a weekly basis now. And yeah, have fun. And as the happy collector will say, happy collecting, guys. But that's your line. So stay true to what you're doing. Don't remember, guys, it's not what's the saying? If it's not winning if you lose respect. Put it that way. So stay true to what you're doing. Have fun. Open packs, open boxes. We'll do some box breaks. I'll do some lives. I'll go You know what? I'll do some box breaks and I'll give away some of the cards. How's that sound? So let's lock that in. Comment below what cards you into. I'll do a giveaway every video. So comment what cards you collect and I'll pick a random person and I'll get them a card of their favorite player. I'll go to my local and I'll film it. I'll go to, you know what? Here's an idea. Rambling on. Nobody's probably even watching at this point, but here's an idea, guys. If you want, comment below what player you collect, who's your favorite player, what card you want, blah blah blah. I will video myself going into my local card store and I will buy you that card graded. If I can't get it graded, I will order it, buy it, whatever, ship it to you as a thank you. I will choose one lucky person. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I rambled on a bit. It's going to get more structured. I promise. I say that every video, but it's just why my brain does not stop, guys. So I ramble on. So if you're on Instagram, follow me, tag me, whatever, in any. I'd love to see your cards. I'll follow you back. Let's build a massive community. We've already got a good one here in Australia, but let's just build a massive community. Hopefully I get over to the States for the national in the next year or two. Been promising every year. It always falls on my birthday weekend, so no matter what, one day I'll get over there and party with all my American friends. But just shoot me a DM, tag me in anything, comment what you want me to address, and I'll do small videos. But yeah, other than that, thanks, guys. Make sure I'm gonna do it. Cliche: like, subscribe, share, get all your friends involved, tag your friends, follow me on Insta, Facebook, whatever. MTD Collector's Mindset, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.